everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about how I saved over $5,000 during quarantine. Let's get started and talk about it. I really think, especially tip number 1, has been a huge game changer for me. First of all, we've been banking with the same bank around 20 years. And I know I've mentioned this before, but in my checking account, I've been rounding up. And I keep track of it, but I basically almost kind of use that as an additional savings, or in case, let's say someone wrote me a bad check or something of that nature, so that you've got extra money in your checking, but I don't account for that money and I act like I don't have it, but I know I do. So for example, let's say that I wrote out a check for $54. I would round it up to 55, or I could even round it up to 60 depending what I want to do. Well, over the last 20 years, that has saved several $1,000s doing that, having that in my checking account. And so it has been a game changer, and let me explain one of the reasons why. If it's in my checking and I round up my checking, then if I have the extra and I'm spending it, I don't feel bad spending that because it's in my checking. But let's say I didn't round up and I had to take money out of my savings to pay for things. Psychologically, taking money out of my savings, even though it's wonderful and it's a blessing to have savings, but for me, every time I have to take money out of my savings, it feels like lack, and it does not have the same feeling as having that money in my checking. So having a cushion in my checking has really saved me, and rounding up whenever I write out a check over the last 20 years has really helped me, especially during this time, which I never would have thought something like this would be happening in the world. And it's something that none of us had control over. So it's been a blessing having that, and I plan to continue doing that practice. And also I keep it on a spreadsheet how much extra I have in my checking. So that way I do have an extra cushion and a backup. That's number 1. Number 2, I got this idea from my dear friend and YouTube channel, Wendy Valencia, and I don't know anybody or any family that's paid off more debt than her family. I definitely recommend checking her out. I'll link her below. But she said that she's always a month ahead on her bills. I thought that was a phenomenal idea, so I did the same thing. So having that cushion in checking and being a month, and actually I put myself 2 months ahead on my bills with this situation, and being ahead on my bills has really helped me to not have to dig into savings. Number 3, I've been automating my savings. I have 3 main sources of income. I'm a project manager, which a lot of that work went away for a while. Now it's coming back, but I at least had a little bit, but not much at all. I started back at the beginning of March doing product demonstrations, but mostly store sanitations right now. And I also do YouTube. So those are my 3 sources. So what I've been doing is the money that I'm making from doing the store sanitation, some merchandising, and a little bit of virtual demos, all of that money that I make from that is going into my Discover savings, and it's being automated. It directly gets there, so I don't even have to think about setting aside that money for savings, which is a real blessing. So I've been able to save basically almost $3,000 from doing that. And in addition, we didn't spend our stimulus check. I just put that in savings in case we need it. So we've got $2,400 from that, and that basically puts us over the $5,000 mark. Number 4, I was willing to step outside my comfort zone, and I got trained to do wine product demonstrations, and I did a few of those. They're now on hold again, and so I'm back to doing store sanitations, but at least I was willing to do that and learn a new skill. And I'm willing to do store sanitations and merchandising and other types of work to be able to make that money. So some of the project managers I know, they didn't go out and do that, and every situation is different for each person. But I was like, well, I don't have project managing right now for about 3 months, so what am I going to do? I'm going to have to find other ways to go out and make money. And so I got out there and I started doing the store sanitation. So those 4 things have really helped me. I definitely recommend, if you are able to have extra in your checking, and if you can, to automate savings and to be ahead on your bills. If I know each person is in a different situation, if you are able to do any of these things or each partially doing them, it really helps. You guys know my savings goal sheet. I'm working on saving $24,000 to $25,000. Right now I'm almost at $15,000, and if I can get to 24, 25, we will have a year expenses and savings. We can use that for vehicle, any major house repair, or to live off. So that's what I'm planning on doing, and then after that I'm going to be upping my investing. So I'm just working on doing the best I can with the resources that Jesus gives me, and I'm very blessed to have all the blessings I do have. Let me know how your finances are going, and if you have any tips below for the rest of us on how to survive during a time like this and how to save during a time like this. That's all for now. I'll see you on the next video, and as always, I love you. Bye-bye.